I cannot begin to tell you all how excited I am about this box right here. It was delivered to my P.O. box and I immediately beeline for the UPS store to pick this thing up. And in this video, we are going to unbox this. We'll talk about why I decided to make this purchase. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to win a comic related to this unboxing. And I'm also going to give you a close-up of the wall behind me. Stay tuned. Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. As I mentioned in that brief intro, we are going to unbox this right here. I actually picked this up from eBay about a week ago and waited patiently for this to actually show up. This is a book that I have had my eyes on for quite some time. Maybe for a year I've had my eyes on this book. And to a large extent, I try to practice what it is that I preach here on the channel about whatever it happens to be. And in the case of this, being smart about picking up books right now, because I think that there are some great opportunities to add some really awesome books to your collection right now, just because of where things are. And so to that point, I decided to pick this book up. This book historically has been super expensive in my mind, way more than what I would want to pay for it. But I've been watching it, and because of where things are now, things have come down dramatically, and now is a great buying opportunity. And I'll tell you exactly how much I picked this up for in just a second. And getting my first look at this one. A couple little interesting things here, maybe some reversion after the press of this book, but it is Marvel Comics Presents issue number 79. This right here is the last book that I was missing from my Weapon X run, and this is a super hard book to get. It really is. And I don't know why that is, but at one point this specific book was being offered up for $500, for $400, which is just crazy. And it's specifically this one because I just think that there's a low number of them out there at a 9.8, and people were trying to take advantage of that, which I kind of sort of get it, right? But this is the last one that I needed, and now I have it. And as I look at it, there are a couple of spine ticks on here that may be a little bit of reversion after the pressing process. Did not necessarily see those in the image when I picked this up, but I will go back and look at it. But I was able to pick this one up for $2.99. Picked it up from eBay. And as I mentioned, this book was $500 at one point in time. And over time, it has actually come down. And now, in my opinion, was the right time to pick it up. Could it have gone lower? Potentially. But at the end of the day, no one knows what the future holds. But this is the last one that I needed at a 9.8 in order to complete my run, which you all probably saw in some recent videos. Yeah, we're going to go back and take a look at the photos to see what the photos show. 9.8, yes, spine ticks are allowable, but I wish that they weren't there. Let's be honest about that. So, yeah, still a cool book, nevertheless. And again, this Weapon X series had a profound effect on me as a young fan of comics and of Wolverine specifically. I remember reading this story when I was younger, and just the epiphanies in terms of that's how Wolverine was able to do what he did. That's why he is the way that he is. That's how he had this adamantium skeleton. It was in this book that was basically written and illustrated by Barry Windsor Smith. Barry Windsor Smith basically did all of this. And the combination of his storytelling, his pacing, and his artwork worked incredibly well for this issue. And clearly it had an impression on me as a young person. It made me an even bigger fan of Wolverine as a character. And I've read this story arc multiple times over the years, and I honestly still enjoy it. It is one of my favorite reads, which is why I went on this pursuit of getting all of the books at a 9.8. I have multiple sets of this run because I do love it that much, but I wanted them at a 9.8 because that to me was the right way to pay tribute to something that I really love. Because I love this story arc so much, I want to give you out there an opportunity to add this to your collection. Not this book specifically, but this book right here, this one. The very first issue in this story arc, Marvel Comics presents Wolverine Weapon X issue number 72. This copy comes straight from the 100K collection, and it could be yours. It could be yours. All you have to do if you want this book is to be a subscriber of the channel, like this video, and leave a comment behind. And your comment should include the word Wolverine to actually be eligible. Say a lot more if you want, but at a minimum, include the word Wolverine, and this book could be yours. The trigger for me giving this book away will be 300 likes on this video. I thought that would be a great way to pay tribute to Wolverine and to give this book away with a definitive line in the sand as to when that is actually going to happen. So as I mentioned, I want to give you guys a close-up of the wall behind me because inevitably, whenever I put up a new wall, someone is always like, what is that book in the upper right-hand corner? What is that book directly behind you? Because I can't see it. I'm going to show you that right now. All right, as promised, here is a look at the wall behind me. Some really nice copies of Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1. Hiding back behind my daughter's artwork, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 9. All right, with that said, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. And do not forget about the giveaway. Take care. So I just took a look at the listing where I bought this book on eBay, and there could be a combination of things happening here. Yes, it could be a little bit of reversion, but it could also be the lighting and the angle that was used specifically for this photo. The book is tilted slightly to the back, so the light is not hitting the book directly, which makes for a good photo, but it also doesn't allow you to see how the light is hitting the cover and where there could be imperfections. So looking at the photo, I can see a little bit of a line where a spine tick has occurred, but I can't see the second, and I can't see the creases that come off of those spine ticks, again, because of the angle, because of the lighting. Could it just be simple reversion? Yes, but I think there's some other things at play here. Is it nefarious? I don't know. Am I pleased with the book? It is what it is.
I used to have big city dreams, but that's a small town thing. I thought the big city life was the only way you could be crowned king.